Leader of the third party.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Our license plates say beautiful British Columbia, not barren British Columbia. Our natural heritage and biodiversity is one of our main economic drivers, and it's why we attract over $20 billion in tourism spending annually. The Peace River watershed alone provides up to $8.6 billion in economic value every year, and the Lower Mainland's aquatic systems provide $30 to $60 billion annually. That, Mr. Speaker, is real wealth. Yet there seems to be a narrative in this House that protecting nature means stifling economic progress. The truth is the opposite, and if there's a single reason for the existence of this third party, it's to realize that paradigm shift. This government released the draft Biodiversity and Ecosystem Health Framework in 2023, but since then, nothing. It isn't in the Minister's mandate letter, nor in the 2025 service plan. Mr. Speaker, our caucus theme for this week is reliability and predictability, and it applies to the natural environment as much as it does to business, and nonprofits, and particularly the forest industry. My question is for the Minister of Land, Water, Land and Resource Stewardship. When will this government finalize the Biodiversity and Ecosystem Health Framework and back up its promises with real legislation?
Minister of Water and Land.
Honourable Speaker, thank you, and thank you for the question from the Leader of the third party. We know that long-term ecosystem health and biodiversity are absolutely critical, not just to our province in terms of our economic prosperity, but also for the health of all British Columbians. And our draft Biodiversity and Ecosystem Health Framework is a recommendation, as you know as well, from the Old Growth Strategic Review report. And the idea is to create that paradigm shift that you're talking about. Part of that is our 30 by 30, our commitment to protect 30% of British Columbia's lands and waters by 2030, and we're well on our way to that. All of these efforts and many more are fundamental to protecting against the worst effects of climate change. We are excited to continue to move forward with our Biodiversity and Ecosystem Health Framework, and we welcome any discussions with the Leader of the third party as well. Thank you.
Member supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm glad the Minister brought up the 30 by 30 commitment to protect 30% of BC's lands and waters by 2030. Right now, only 15% of BC's land is permanently protected. To meet its own commitment, the province must nearly double that number in the next 5 years. This government may claim a higher figure, around 19%, by including what it calls other effective conservation measures. But conservation experts say those don't meet international standards for permanent protection. OECMs remain vulnerable to activities that directly harm biodiversity. In just 6 years, this government's pro-development predecessor protected way more of BC's land base than this government has in 8 years. So through you, Honourable Speaker, again to the Minister of Water, Land and Resource Stewardship, how does this government portray itself as green while falling behind on its promise to protect 30% of BC's land and waters, and when will it finally deliver on this crucial commitment?
Minister.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and thank you once again. 30 by 30 is absolutely dear to my heart, and we are absolutely not falling behind. In fact, we hope to reach 30 by 30 by even earlier, and I think that's a commitment that we're all committed to on both sides of this House. We know how important it is to protect our lands and waters in British Columbia. At the end of the day, that is all we have if we're not able to have healthy, secure watersheds and water supply. We put all of our health at risk. And when we get out into the back doors and we enjoy the back country, we fall in love with it. And when we fall in love with something, we want to protect it. So this should be a nonpartisan issue. This should be something that we all work towards together, because it's incredibly important, not just for the health of British Columbians, but for the future of all of us. Thanks.